So, okay. Create 4 time bombs in your deck, then predict. Okay. I've seen you destroy 2 ally time bombs.
Let me see. It is now as it would be then. I suppose soon should be now. It is bound to happen sooner or later. I just accelerate the outcome. Time waits for no one. No one but me.
That's a pretty cool animation. Round start, create a fleeting copy of each non-fleeting card I saw you play last round. Wait, what? So, you create a copy of all the cards that you played last round. Those non-fleeting cards that you played. Because the idea is, you can't copy what you copied from 2 rounds ago because they're going to be fleeting, right? So you just can't recycle a card over and over again. So I get that. But man, that's a pretty powerful effect. And it says card, so you can do it with champions. You can do it with all sort of stuff. And I think this, of course, is in synergy with his time bombs, right? Because you want to be able to play multiple time bombs. But still, that's a pretty dang powerful effect. Create 4 time bombs in your deck, then predict. So it's pretty much the same play effect when he's level 1. 2 mana, 2/5. What a crazy effect.
Haven't I been here before?
1 mana, Scrying Sands, burst, predict. So another burst card that lets you predict. Well, the other one was a focus speed, but this one's a burst speed, and then give an enemy -2, -0. Man, that is so good. Plus, if you want to run some allegiance cards without having to kind of rely on RNG too much, this is a perfect card. It's worth 1 mana, and it's not actually doing nothing. It's giving an opponent's unit -2 attack. Wow, this is a very good card in the set. I can see it getting used with Nasus and stuff.
I see you picked up a little more than knowledge.
Facing certain.
Of course, Kahiri is going to be featured here.
Oh, we're on this timeline.
Let's go, Keeper. No time to waste.
Remember, time spent planning is never wasted.
Are they really showcasing atrocity with the Zilean here?
Time is a teacher to us all.
They're already suggesting a very degenerate play with Kahiri now. Wow. So yeah, let's look at the card spoilers so we could have a better look at all these cards. So Zilean, we already saw him. 2 mana, 1/4, solid stats for a unit with that mana cost. So you need to destroy 2 time bombs. I reckon that shouldn't be so hard with decks that use predict as a mechanic, right? That shouldn't be that hard, I think. Especially if you're gonna include card draw with this deck, which is pretty much a no-brainer with Shurima. They have Preservarium and some other possible, if you combine another region that has more draw power, which is pretty much almost all regions, right? Except like Demasha, which is not very into card draw. And then when he levels up, he becomes kind of like a what's the name of that card from Bilgewater? No, from Piltover, the one that creates a fleeting copy of cards that you draw. But his effect instead is he creates a fleeting copy of cards that you've played from the last round. That's very abusable. That's very abusable. Even if you're only going to be able to reuse the card once. Yeah. Like, how could you abuse this? The good thing is it specifically indicates that it can't be fleeting cards, right? You can't copy fleeting cards. Aside from it does not let you recycle a card over and over again. It can't let you reuse a card that, for example, Lux, her light beam or something, the 0 mana card she generates when she levels up, you can't copy that. So that's a good thing. But then, if you mix him with Piltover, you could make use of the stress testing card, which is the 1 mana remove fleeting from your cards in hand. And you could potentially reuse those cards another turn, right? I'm kind of overloaded with information right now, trying to think of a deck that we could build around this mechanic right here. But definitely a lot of things that looks fun. Okay, we'll come back to Zilean. Let's look at his champion spell. This is his champion spell, right? Zilean's Chrono Shift. Okay, his ult. I'm gonna guess it revives something. Give an allied champion the next time I die this round, fully heal me and grant me +3/+3 instead. Okay, I predicted this, right? I predicted this. I did not say specifically that it's gonna be his champion spell, but I said that he would have a support card, or his effect would be revive something. Well, this is it. And it's a burst card even. It's a burst card that revives a unit and gives it +3/+3 if it dies. And only if it dies that round. It's pretty expensive, not gonna lie, but this is pretty good with units with high base stats. Like, for example, just putting it out there for Tiana Crown Guard, this would be really good because you're gonna give Tiana Crown Guard +3/+3. She already has 8/8 stats with tough. And furthermore, because you're summoning her again, you get to gain the attack token that round. I'm not saying that this is the best use for that card or for this card, but that's just one thing that pops into my mind. Pretty much anything with good summon effects, with big stats and good summon effects, is perfect for this. I could even think of maybe the Dreadway, right? The Dreadway could work with this, because if you have 13 mana, you play the Dreadway, you have enough mana. Oh, no, you don't. I'm screwing with you. I forgot how to math. Yeah, exactly. Chrono Shift version is the Vengeance counter. Except, of course, Silence is the real enemy for this card, right? So Silence still tramples over this. Scrying Sands give me an enemy -2/-0 this round. This is what I was talking about earlier in the trailer. Pretty good -2 attack effect. And it gives you a predict mechanic as well. So further ways to increase Kahiri's attack in burst speed, I'm all into that. Now, Soothsayer is when I'm summoned, grant allied champions and landmark spell shield. I was talking about this yesterday, giving allied landmark spell shield. They heard me, right? Heard me. How cool is that? So you now have spell shields for your landmarks. You don't have to worry about your Buried Sundusk. You could play this turn 2. Your Buried Sundust has Spell Shield. I don't think enemies would like spend 6 mana just to remove a 1 mana card. Because even if you don't get to activate the Sundust, the opponent's gonna be so behind in tempo, right? This is such a good card. This is such a good card for Mono Shurima. One or two of this. It's a 1/4 body, and it could also give your champion Spell Shield. Even if this is a 2 mana 1/3, it's already perfect. Being at 2 mana 1/4 is just icing on top of the cake, right? This is really good. This works so well around Mono Shurima. And possibly other decks as well. I know, right? She is the missing, or she was the missing 2-drop. It looks like they're really pushing Mono Shurima. 2 mana 1/4 is definitely a scary stat line. I mean, Zilean shares that, right? But Zilean's the champion, so we can kind of understand why they do that. But for a unit or for a follower to have this stat line, it is kind of scary. Plus the effect. Well, people wanted Mono Shurima to be competitive, right? To be strong. Well, here it is. This is what they're asking for. And we got it. I've been asking for it. Next, Time Bomb. Okay. I was wrong about this. Okay. I know I said Time Bomb probably won't be a thing. But it is. Okay. I get it. You guys were right. And this card pretty much is a pretty good card to deal against aggro. I guess Riot or the devs realize that aggro is such a huge deal right now, especially with spider aggros. So Zilean kind of does the job on countering those decks. It's kind of like a mini Blighted Ravine, right? Blighted Ravine does the same thing, except it doesn't damage everything. This only damages the enemy. Only her ability, although she might take Chip's place as my favorite card in terms of artwork. Really? Soothsayer? She does kind of remind me of Disney-ish I don't know, Lilo and Stitch or something. Something in that area. Based on the face or the character design itself. I wish I could see the full art. I don't think we can see the full art yet, right? This does not let us see the full art. I think Chip still is the better card design. I mean the card artwork. She does definitely look more intricate and complicated. But I'm still standing by Chip. I've looked at Twitter and Chip receives so much love. I can't believe how much people love a sentient rock. Looks like Patrick isn't so crazy anymore. So I guess that's the last one, right? So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards revealed. Not so bad.